29.5 Celsius right now. 28 point something inside the cabin. Going up to 33 Celsius I think today with Humidex 43. Yesterday was even hotter. Yeah, so a bit of a heat wave going on right now. And just sat in front of the, well, I was in the city. I came back here yesterday in the afternoon. So we just sat in front of the fans for the afternoon. Today I think we're going to have to do something more drastic. I do have a bigger AC unit that I hope to plug in one day when I get Ray back here and I do some other stuff to prepare. But for now, I've got a portable AC unit that I can plug in. It works fairly well. The new panels that we put on the roof last fall, two reasons I wanted to do that. One was for more power in the wintertime, but the second reason is for power in the summertime. For AC. Sticky. It's really humid too. I'm just sweating just standing here. That is moving to the other side of the cabin when Ray comes back as well. I hate that thing. Oh yeah, it's full-blown deer fly season. It was slow getting started, but this morning out with the dogs, deer flies are clouds of them. So I'm standing here with no bug stuff on because deer flies don't like coming under roofs, and it's too hot for mosquitoes. Anyway, I'm going to get this portable AC unit plugged in. We usually go into float mode on the batteries at about 10:30 a.m. So that'll be the time to plug this in, to plug that in. And right now it's what, 9 o'clock? So we got a bit of time. Previous years I plugged this, the portable unit in over there. I'm sitting on top of the pine tongue and groove that's sitting there, through a window over there. But it was really hard to get to. And City Girl couldn't do it. You gotta climb over all that pine to just open the window. So I was looking at this spot and thinking, actually this spot works fine. The unit can sit right here, window right here. Kind of makes a mess of the window with the tuck tape that I had to use, but that can be taken off, I'm sure. Got into a bit of a disagreement with Ray recently. We're at a customer's place, one of his customers, and similar setup, you know, panels on the roof, and well, actually they weren't on the roof, but anyway, I was telling the customer, hey, if you can get one of those little LED voltmeters and stick it up somewhere and plug it into your system, then you can just glance across the room and you can always tell what the voltage is. And Ray said, well, he's got the phone on his app, so he can just look it up that way. I said, well, this is a lot easier. I mean, you just glance across the room and see the voltage. And he's like, well, it's all on the app. In fact, you get more information on the app. We're completely on different wavelengths, right? So I just left it because you don't want to really get into an argument in front of a guy's customer, right? I said, let Ray just do his thing. But I still stand by this. You know, you turn the toaster on and then you can just take a couple of steps and see what the voltage is, or you know, I know that when that hits 53.5, the batteries are full. It's just so simple to have something like that. And not to mention, and this is more of a personal thing, but I hate looking stuff up on my phone. like I've got a 24-inch, well, I've got two 24-inch monitors here. I don't want to like try and figure out what my phone is telling me. Like, I mean, I guess it's partially due to my, my withering eyesight. This has been enjoyed a few times. I know you can't see it very well, but that's rating 50.7. And it's, well, it's closer to 9:30 now. So in about an hour, that'll be full. The batteries will be full. It'll read 53.5. And then I can turn on the AC. In fact, I don't technically have to wait. I could turn it on right now, but let's let the batteries be full first. Why not? Spent the last 45 minutes looking for this. Couldn't find it. This is what goes on the end of this after it goes through this. Right. I couldn't find it. It was exasperating. And I know I seem like super disorganized, and I am with a lot of things. Some things I'm very good with, like all these components I keep all together upstairs so that I don't lose them. Even if I think I'm never going to use them again, because I've got a beautiful new AC unit that's going to be much better. Look how much I'm sweating. Can you tell how much I'm sweating? Just from walking around here looking for this thing. It is 10:30. We still haven't hit float mode. It's okay. Like that. And then, well, and then I should tape that to that, which I'm sure I've done in the past. Yeah. And, bleh. Bleh. We're going to run this thing for hours. And it's not just, the wonderful thing about AC units, it doesn't just cool off a room. It reduces the humidity level, right? Whoops. Oh no! Oh no! Look what happened. I just started pulling it out and it ripped. I'm hoping I can just use the side cutters, cut that off, and it'll still work. Mm. Just be really careful with that. It should still thread into the thing, right? He said, hopefully. Try not to rip it anymore. There we go. might still work. Better still work. I need a way to steady that there. I don't know, this is kind of a... I don't like this setup at all. It's janky as all shit. How far it sticks out. I mean, the plastic allows for it, but I mean, this plastic allows for such a janky installation, but ideally this whole thing would be plexiglass, right? The plexiglass sheet, it would fit on there somehow. But this plastic allows for this flexibility. Well, I say we try it. On naval ships, way back during the Age of Sail, when they had cannons and stuff like that, if a cannon broke loose on the on deck, on whatever deck it was, it could be really super dangerous. This cannon rolling around with the swells of the waves, right? Super dangerous. So if that happened, if a cannon did broke loose, one of the things they do is they take off their cloaks and throw it on the floor to stop the cannon from rolling. As soon as the wheels got on the cloaks, they just stopped rolling. It's like rollers don't work very well on cloth material. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just some rags on the front wheels here so that it doesn't, because it'll vibrate, right? There's moving stuff inside it. It's going to vibrate. It could roll around a little bit, but not with these under the wheels. It's still rolling a little bit, but not as well as it was. Okay, now I just gotta wait for float mode. I might sweep here too. This is super dirty. I don't know if you saw it because I just shuffled my feet, but it just went from absorbing to float. There really is no absorption mode, but yeah, Charger Controller thinks there is. And it's still putting in 440 watts, despite the fact that it's in float mode. I'm not sure what that's about, but anyway, let's go inside. 6. Almost 11 o'clock. So, you may have noticed Junebug's proximity to the AC unit. I don't know if this is going to bug her, but anyway, let's do it. Air coming out. As long as like minimal air is going back in here. Oh, one thing I gotta do. I know what I gotta do. So this unit, as opposed to other units that have the outside part and the inside part, where they're just exchanging like glycol or something. They're not taking air from inside the cabin and moving it out. But this one does. This takes air from inside, moves it out, moves. And somehow the air's got to be replaced, right, from inside the cabin, which means all the nooks and crannies. But we're sealed up pretty good here in the cabin. I made sure of it, right? The one spot we're not sealed up is the shower drain. There's no water trap like you'd normally get on a drain. Like there's a water trap in the kitchen. So in the summer what I actually do is I take a plate, like a kitchen plate, and put it over the drain because mosquitoes can find their way up there, oddly enough. It happens every spring during mosquito season. I'm like, where are all these mosquitoes keep coming from inside the cabin? So I just went and moved it out of the way a little bit so that air can come in. And right now the coolest air around here is underneath the cabin, so why not pull in the coolest air to replace the hot air going out? This is weird. It's got a weird thing on it. The thing is rotating like this, so the air actually comes out at an angle. So if I put these things straight out, it's coming out this way. And this is actually pretty cool already. So hold on a second, let's do it's 29.4 Celsius in the cabin, and it's 11 o'clock, a few minutes after 11. I'm going to let that sucker run. We're still showing 53.4 volts. So the AC is currently being powered by sunshine. This is a better spot for the dogs as opposed to over there by that window. It's just that it's noisy and I don't know. Junebug doesn't seem to be bothered by it. I'll bring Willow in soon though. She's still outside from her morning hike. They know what it's at. They're they go underneath the cabin and they snooze there. But it'll soon be cooler here. So it's Thursday and the heat wave has finally ended. Let's see. Monday I set up the AC unit, ran it for 8 hours. On Tuesday ran it for 12 hours. 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. running down the batteries a little bit, and I figured that if the next day is going to be sunny, we'll just make that up. And we would have, but I didn't run it at all yesterday. The humidity had lifted, so it didn't feel nearly as hot, even though it hit 30, maybe 31. We just sat in front of the fans, we were fine. This portable AC unit, it's good for a room, It's like the old style of AC units that fits in a window. It's really just good for a room. So we were fine kind of sitting in front of it here. Poor Willow though, she doesn't quite get it. Like if she starts to get warm in the spot that she's in, she'll get up and go find another spot to lie down. Not realizing that with the AC unit right there, that's going to be the coolest spot, right? She's moving to a spot where she's going to be even hotter. But nah, that's just Willow. Anyway, so I got some not so good news, some good news, and some not so good news. The first not so good news is my ATV still isn't ready. It's been in there, well, on Tuesday it'll be 3 weeks. Still working on it. And that's probably not a good thing that they're still working on it. I know they're doing their best, but anyway, I emailed Matt yesterday at the service counter and said, any chance I'll get my ATV soon? And he said, they're still working on it, but they could get me a loaner, a demo unit. And I thought, oh, okay. Well, that's good. I'll take that. So I'm going today to pick that up. So the final not so good news is just the fact that it's 2 hours of driving to go pick this thing up, bring it back. And I'm only gonna have to go do it again when my ATV is ready. Take the loaner back, and so it's just a lot of driving. That's fine. I mean, I didn't even know you could get a loaner unit, but Matt's been really good to me over the years, so sure he's doing his best. Anyway, we're gonna go do that. It is raining a little bit. It's supposed to rain trace amounts all day. I'm not even sure if I'm going to wear my rain poncho. I'm definitely going to take it with me, though. I was looking at this tree over here. There's like some light colored leaves on it. There's like it's a sea of green over there. And some of the leaves are just not green. Let's put the zoom lens on and see if we can take a better look at that. Tomorrow we're supposed to get something like 25, 35 millimeters of rain, which is like an inch or something. It's a lot of rain. Look at this. Right over my trail. Rats. I'm looking for a way around this now, and I don't see it because there's a big log in there too. Might have to break out the old handsaw. If I remember to grab it off my ATV. Oh, it's trapped on that branch. Okay. Okay, well, we'll leave it till later, Russell. Later, Russell will deal with it. Some other time, Russell will deal with that. Get off my camera. Some other guy who isn't me right now will deal with it. Not as many bugs out today, I guess because of the cooler weather. But still enough to really bug me. It started raining a little harder before I even left the cabin, so I put my rain poncho on, and 5 minutes ago I took it off because it had stopped raining. One of those days. I'll tell you what, sometimes rain gear doesn't make any sense. If you're wearing rain gear and you're doing anything, you're gonna get just as wet underneath as if you weren't wearing the rain gear. That's my experience anyway. I do sweat a lot. When my son Zach was in the military, he said they were issued rain gear, but they almost never wore the rain gear. The only time they used it is if they're on like guard duty. You know, they're just sitting there doing nothing anyway. Because same experience as I had. They sweat so much underneath the rain gear that you might as well not even wear it. All the rain gear that says, oh, it's breathable. I'm sorry, but it doesn't breathe fast enough to let the moisture from your sweating escape. At least not for me. There are, let's see, there's 3, 4, 5. Counting the deer flies on my camera. Boy, they must like that. I've been following these elk tracks all the way out. We're not far from the road here. Beautiful display of elk tracks through here. Heading in this direction too. So there is at least one elk hanging around the area. Probably a bull, because the cows tend to stay together. Be cool to like just come out across a bull elk out here. And I can tell them, give me your damn antlers, buddy. Alright, or at least when it comes to shedding them, come to the cabin, drop those bad boys, like right at the porch there. I'll come out and I'll give you some food. Whatever, I don't know what elk eat. I can make you a ham sandwich. You know, with cheese, pickles. That's a good exchange for a set of elk antlers, elk sheds. Right? We gotta communicate. First I gotta find this guy though, so we can communicate. Alright, so here's the demo unit. Pretty much what I need. Well, when he first said he had a demo unit, I said I need a 2-seater. So it's pretty similar to mine, other than the fact that it doesn't have a cargo box in the back, which I'm not too worried about for the short period of time. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, it doesn't stay up on its own. That should get me past that tree. Why is that not good? I can't say I like that box very much. I would never use a box like that. I put crates on top of my ATV, so otherwise it runs nicely. The gears shift really nicely on it. I drove it down from the sales shop down to the service shop, service and parts. Nice and smooth ride, I guess, compared to what I'm used to. Matt was talking to me about some of the stuff wrong with my ATV. It sounded like a horror show. They completely rebuilt the clutch and the gears and I don't know what all. He did admit that some of the trouble was from the last time I brought it in. It wasn't fixed properly, so he's completely taken the blame for that, which is really upstanding of him. So he said he would have had this demo unit for me sooner, but they didn't have it. Somebody else had it. So he said, this is mine until my ATV is ready, which is nice. Very nice of them to do that. Which means tomorrow, when City Girl comes in to the cabin, she'll be able to ride for the first time in a while. I won't have to make her walk in. Well, thankfully they have this ramp here, because I don't have a really good method of getting the ATV into the... Yes, I have a new truck. Shut up. You already knew that. So I'm just going to drive it up there. Well, I'm going to drive the truck a little closer first. I could probably make that, huh? Get a good run there. Straight up the ramp and... But I'm not going to chance it. We're going to back up a little bit. When I brought my ATV in, this is a rolling tonneau cover. When I brought my ATV in, I was just a little shy of space. So I actually took this off. And the back wheel still landed somewhere out here. But I think maybe I can get away with leaving it on. I'm going to try it this time. This should handle like 600 to 800 pounds, this door. My ATV is probably heavier than this one, but so I'm okay. I should be okay with leaving the back wheels on the door and then strapping it down. It's all dirty because when I was bringing my ATV in, I stopped by those, those coin-operated self-washes things. So I I like to clean my ATV off before I get a mechanic to look at it. I'm sure he appreciates that, right? Anyway, I'm gonna back up a little bit and then yeah, we're gonna do this. We're right up against there. I don't know if I want to pull that back just a little bit. I don't know how will that bend. I've got like an inch here I can play with, or 2 or 3. Maybe I'll do that. Just because it's gonna move around a bit, right? Something tells me, like physics tells me, that the closer the tire is to the joint, the better. But I don't know. Let's get out of here. Dan uses these to get his ATV out of his truck, in and out. So they should work, right? Should work fine. They don't have anything fancy here like they have at Bay Marine. That loading ramp was perfect. I'm gonna keep it straight. It should be good, right? Right? I probably won't die. Right? Big trick is that the boards don't move, right? Okay. Should have came straight down. I started steering because I thought it was correcting for something, but it just misaligned me and I had to steer back. But Russell lives on for another day. Way to go. Okay, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Well, here we are. I have 3 crates, but one of them's at the cabin. I could wear my backpack, but it's just better like that. Okay. And I put a whole bunch of Gatorade in the compartment here. Alright, I gotta return Dan's boards. The most annoying part of this is that I gotta break up some beaver dams, or else this isn't getting through some particular water. And then after that, I got a tree to deal with. And it's 3:25 p.m. You know, I swear I started out as early as I could this morning. Guess it wasn't early enough. All right, let's get out of here. beaver dam's done. I didn't film any of it because it's the same thing I did last week. It's 5 o'clock. I still got to deal with that tree. And I'm just soaking wet. And I forgot my bug spray. Just as I was leaving the truck, in fact, I'd already left, and I remembered bug spray, and I went back and I sprayed my arms and my hands and my shoulders and my back. But I totally forgot about this, that I would be rolling up my pants, because usually I spray the bare parts of my legs, and I got bitten a few times. But by the time I was doing that last dam, once again, there was almost no bugs around me. There was no deer flies. I mean, there's no deer flies around me now. There's some mosquitoes. So I could have just stood there, but I want to get going. I'm just going to go, I'm going to put my stick away here, my hoe, on the other side, and then I'm going to come back. I just want to check the water level over there. If there's any way I can just drive around this right now, then I will drive around it. It kind of looks like it's broken there. If I can just break off this piece, then I can just drive through here. The idea being that I can come back with my mini chainsaw and use a lot less effort to move things out of the way here. Things are going off to my hands here because I don't have any bug spray on my hands now. It all got washed off. But I'm going to try just to see how much I can move that. If I can clear that out right there, I think I can drive right between it. It's tight, but I think I can make it. Saved me a lot of sawing, manual sawing effort at 5:23 p.m. in all these bugs. So, pretty happy with that. Let's go home. Let's go. It's my favorite person. you want the poncho or do you want to take a chance?
I'll take a chance.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Yep.
Couldn't wait for you to get here. With all our stuff on, could you even tell it was us hugging there? I mean, it could have been our stunt double stand-ins for all you guys know. But no, it was us. We don't show those other guys. Does it touch?
No.
Okay. I can't see it. Dogging away. They're what?
They're crawling on the little lantern there.
Oh, see, they're looking for the syrup, which is where that was.
Yep. Pesky little things.
Yeah. No ball in there.
So this is supposed to be iceberg lettuce.
But what is it?
Oh, it's lettuce. Nice green leaves that look very delicate.
Water update. Haven't done any water updates in a minute. I came down here this morning. We're getting really low on water in the water tank. So I came down here this morning to do the usual thing and made a discovery. It did rain for a little bit this morning. So I checked on the garden. It seems to be okay. This is easier with two hands, as you could probably guess. There. That stops it from falling out. You'll note I don't have problems with water coming up the outside of the barrel anymore. But a whole new problem here. Hold on. There is a few inches of water in there at best. That's a problem. So, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty out that water that's in there, wait an hour, and see if there's a few more inches of water in there. And if so, take it out, put it in the tank, and then come out an hour later. Actually, I don't need to come out an hour later. I can just turn the pump on, see if any water comes up the hill, and do that every hour, all day long. Be nice out here if it wasn't for the bugs. My plan of filling up the toad up here with rainwater as a backup, turns out that's a really good plan, but I never did it. I never did it. I should have done it. I guess I was kind of waiting for the right rainstorm to come along. You know, 30-40 millimeters of rain, about an inch, 2 inches of rain. And I'll still do that at some point, but I don't see much rain in the forecast, unfortunately. I should have done it. I regret not doing it now. Because I get into I might have a problem here where I got to run to town with those jugs and bring water from town. But now we know. Am I out of breath or what? Yeah, now we know. Well, it's been an hour. I'm actually afraid to go down there and look at the well now. It took like 30 seconds to empty it. Yeah. Okay. A little less than before. Well, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to try it. Because there's a few gallons of water in there now. And there'll be a few gallons of water in there in an hour. And then a few more gallons in another hour. Feeling brave. Not a lot of bugs here for some reason. You know, if I do this 4 or 5 times, 6 times, I'll have as much water as if I'd gone to town and filled up my water jugs, so. Look at this place, man. So I'll just do that. It means I'm pretty much stuck inside all day. Phew. I can't tell if camera's just fogged up or if we're just getting bad glare from the window here. Anyway, I got like an inch of water until I run out here, so we're gonna time this. See how long it'll run for. I don't know if I should time from turning on the pump or from when the water first starts going in the tank. Clock. Stopwatch. Okay, here we go. I'll just time it when I press the button. Because it's got to push air through first, right? Oh. Water. Uh-oh. Maybe we'll wait 2 hours next time. All right, that's okay. We're now at an inch and an eighth of water. Wow, that was disappointing. Damn. Okay. Whatever. Well, I've been working it really hard, really consistently, and I'm up to 8 inches of water in the water tank. I went to like just hitting the thing every two hours. Last one was like 12:20 last night. And then this morning again, as soon as I got up, running the pump, yeah, we're up to about 8 inches of water in the water tank. Not ideal, obviously, but if I keep doing that every 2 hours, if I keep working it every 2 hours, you know, I'll get more than 8 inches. Yeah, I might get full capacity eventually. Again, it's not ideal, and I still don't see any rain in the forecast. Not any significant rain anyway. So, and I haven't even like every spring I gotta. You see me? I'm just looking in the water tote. Every spring I gotta clean that out with a mop. And then the gutters, and it's a pain in the ass, but it's better than hauling water from town. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. Sorry it's been a little bit late. A little bit. But that's the way it is. That's the way love goes. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.